Deb was like, oh my goodness, there's a hawk in there. And we looked out and the hawk took off from the ground. There was another hawk standing on top of their coop, on top of the big wagon. Good morning. I'm Mark. Welcome back to the farm. She's back. Our little rogue chicken is back. We call her Ginger after the chicken from Chicken Run who's always trying to get out. She wants to get back into the water and the food, but she's conflicted. She's now here getting some water. It's clearly something she's lacking out there in the wild. Let her drink for a second, and then I'm going to try and catch her. I don't know if this is going to go well. Nope. She got away. Almost had her. She managed to force her way through the poly net, like desperate, which, you know, makes sense. But yeah, I almost had her. I was waiting for her to rebound off the fence, and she did not. So Ginger is still at large. Inside my shed. Got little sounds happening from right there. Hey, there's a little point in the roof corner where it's lifted up just enough that bird got in there, obviously made herself a nest, and now there's babies. So that's fun. Well, there's Ginger. Doesn't want to be part of the flock, but she doesn't want to not be part of the flock. Yeah, she's getting some water. Doesn't want me telling her what to do though. Chicken. Very interested in the food when I put it down though. She's over there chirping at me while she's eating. I wonder if she'll stay when the rest of the flock comes out. She's right there. She's very fluffed up. She's not necessarily going to play well with others, but she's staying. She likes to get up under the undercarriage of the wagon. The drama of the rogue chicken. But lots of eggs this morning. I forgot a basket. Hey, tiny rooster. What's up, man? How you doing? There's full-size rooster, tiny rooster. I like it. Ginger, why are you always out? Well, here's Ginger. She's in with the pullets. She's in with the little girls. That's so weird. I wonder if she'll bunk with them tonight. Oh, I guess maybe that kind of sort of answers that question. That's weird. I'm definitely not figuring her out. Doing a burn barrel. These guys are very curious. So here's what happened. One of the hens, not Ginger, not our rogue chicken, but one of the hens got out of the pen, one of the gold comets, and she's been doing it. She just wanders around, and I keep chasing her back in. Well, yesterday she got out, and when I went over there to close up, there was her body lying next to the fence, and her head was ripped off. Sorry, that's a little graphic, but that tells me it was probably raccoons. That's all it was. She was dead and her head was removed. So she was starting to stink a bit where we had her, so I just decided to burn her, because that's what we do with all our leftovers when we harvest, and this is going to be a good plan. And that's why these guys are over here being very curious, and now moved on to less curious and more hungry. It's one of those things that happens. You know, you can't be there all day, every day. In fact, today, Deb looked out the window right before we were having dinner. She looked out the window, and all the chickens, all the hens were under their coop. And Deb was like, oh my goodness, there's a hawk in there. And we looked out, and the hawk took off from the ground and flew away. And I said, that's crazy. So I got closer and I looked around, and there was another hawk standing on top of their coop, on top of the big wagon. So I ran out the door And I yelled at it and it, flew away. And but I've noticed that there's been 3 hawks around here, like a hawk family, for like the last week. They hadn't been here before, and I can still hear them. They're a ways out that way. So I don't know if they transit through, like they hit for a while, take care of all the food, and then move on. I don't know if that's the case. But just tells me I probably need to be ready for bobcats passing through, bears passing through. In fact, the other day I went up to the feed mill. 2 days ago, I went up to the feed mill, and there was, I had to honk on the brakes because a big black bear came charging across the road. He was probably the size of a Volkswagen Bug. Well, maybe not that big, but he was good size. And he charged across the road and was heading south, which is the direction that we are. So I don't know if they're on the move this time of year or what. Hopefully got the weather report from all the rain that's been happening down south and they head back north. I'm making a video, boys. Honestly. Anyway, so wildlife's a thing. Predators of all kinds want the chickens. So you just be as vigilant as you can, but you can't be there all the time. So, gonna get this cooked down and probably call it a day from there. Yeah? What do you guys think? Good talk. All right, that's gonna do it from here. I'll talk to you guys later. My oldest son came out. He said, boy, cows really seem to like the fire. I said, from the minute I started it, they've been over here. They're like serious pyromaniacs. And he goes, no, Dad, don't you mean pyromooniacs? Never been so proud.